Welcome to Santos Brothers Eat, food worth mentioning.
Where Chef Jeff and his brother Kenny talk about their amazing adventures eating and tasting food that is so incredible, they have got to just share it with the world.
My mouth is salivating already.
All right, so this is Kenny Santos for Santos Brothers Eats. I'm here with my brother Chef Jeff Santos. Together we are your favorite Filipino foodies, and we have a pretty big menu today because we're going to be talking about 3 different places, aren't we, Jeff?
Yes, we are. And we're actually just going to do like a breakfast, lunch, and maybe dinner sort of thing.
Oh, I thought of that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how it works out. So the first place we're talking about is called Egg Club. And as you know, if you're a listener of this podcast, or if you know myself and Kenny very well, you know that we love eggs, especially sunny side up eggs, you know, with the yolk dripping. But we will eat scrambled eggs, especially if they're just, you know, slightly underdone. They're still a bit runny and everything.
Oh, and by the way, if eggs are overdone, like scrambled eggs overdone is very, it's almost like sacrilege. Like I won't eat it. Like I just was like there's no reason to eat those anymore.
Yeah,
like one of my pet peeves, if you go to those buffets with the scrambled eggs, and if those eggs are too dry, I'm not having any of those eggs.
No,
you know? So
I know, not at all.
Yeah, it doesn't work out for me. Yeah.
And when Ken was young, he actually took a called Junior Gourmet course at George Brown College.
I did, yeah.
And how does Chef Alan make his eggs, Ken?
Double boiler.
Yep. Yeah. So what Ken means is the chef, he had a pot of boiling water or simmering water. Mm-hmm. And then on top, he put a stainless steel bowl. In the bowl, he put scrambled eggs or eggs raw, and then he slowly whipped them together. So it's just a gentle heat, cooking and mixing the eggs together. So there would be no chance of them being, you can't make them overdone, but because the low heat and just time of him mixing it, the consistency was very, very soft, very, very runny. It's a very unique way of making scrambled eggs.
Yeah, and I'm one of those guys, because I don't know about you, Jeff. Like you mix your eggs before you scramble, like before they go in the frying pan?
It depends. I know I saw Sir Ian McKellen. His way is he actually will put the eggs in the pan first and then scramble it in.
Chef Gordon Ramsay did it that way too. And ever since I saw Chef Ramsay, like he explained, he's like something about chemistry or something like that. Ever since I saw him do that, maybe about 3-4 years ago, that's how I make my scrambled eggs.
Okay.
They're not that big of a difference. Maybe to someone because we love eggs no matter what. Oh yeah. But so now I will crack the eggs into the frying pan, and then I will mix them up with a spatula, and typically with a lower heat. That's just how I do it.
Exactly right.
The lower the heat, the smaller the curd. Is that right, Jeff? Usually?
Yes. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. I just do it so I don't dirty up an extra bowl for scrambled eggs.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. So if you are, making scrambled eggs and you aren't you're the one that's doing dishes and you want to do less work later on, you could just scramble them in the hot frying pan or the warm frying pan.
Yeah.
And just make sure to certainly don't overdo them. So
no, not at all.
Yeah. Oh, and here's a big secret. Is if you want them, because I remember I had a roommate, her name was Sushma, and she would always ask me, how come your eggs are always better than mine? And I told her, you have to take the eggs out before you think they're done, because they will cook. When you put them in the plate, if they're still hot, they will still keep cooking. Yeah. And after like 3 or 4 times of her doing that, she's like, I got it now. Thanks for the tip. So that's a tip out to you there. Don't wait for it to be as done as you'd like. Take them out before then, a minute before, like
exactly right.
Early. Yeah.
Yeah. It's called holding temperature. Like Ken said, that the eggs are still cooking, even out of the pan. They're still cooking because there's still heat in them. Mm-hmm. So that's why. So we were talking about Egg Club. So the first location was by Ryerson, if you're in Toronto, or it's by, if you don't know Toronto that well, it's by Yonge and Dundas Square, just about a 2-minute walk away from the corner. But since then they've expanded. They have location in North York on Finch, and another location, I forgot where it was, I think Kingston Market area. So yeah, there we go. And right there, let's take a look at that. So it's a Japanese milk bread. So it's a very, very sweet, sort of like almost brioche like bread, soft. And if you ever had a lobster roll, that's the way it's cut. It's like the bread is like 2 inches thick. They cut it down the middle, but not all the way down. So it leaves enough room for the folded egg and all the ingredients to go in. And yeah, if you've been watching the YouTube or the videos, they're just going all through all their different flavors. Meat lovers, I just saw Ken's eyes just expand there. This is the egg club itself. So we have creme fraiche, corn salsa. So yeah, they have a huge assortment of signature
All I
egg
could
sandwiches.
say is they need to have a Scarborough location because
Oh.
these are beautiful looking sandwiches. We're on their website right now. It's eggclub.ca. Of course, we're going to put their website in all of the show notes and the description of the videos if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to reach them. There's something that we saw in, I think I saw them on BlogTO, and I always wanted to go, and I kind of, you put something into a favorites folder and you think, oh, I'll go to them later on, and I forgot about it. But you ended up going, so this is awesome.
Well, yeah, we're in the same way, but I think because you're not going downtown anymore. You're working from home now, so that's the reason why. But for us, we have a Google's map. We have favorites, and then so every so often we go somewhere, we'll check our Google's map and say, oh, look, there's a flag here. What is it? Egg Club. And it's not listed on this menu, but they do have rotating specials. They actually had a lobster crab salad egg sandwich as one of their specials that week. So that's another reason why we went on that day.
Oftentimes, man, how do I say this? Oftentimes when there's crab or lobster on the menu, I get excited, but then I often get disappointed. Yeah. Like, did you end up having the sandwich?
Well, we got, myself and Diana, we got 2 of them. We did the lobster, and I believe I got the meat lovers. I could be wrong which one I got. But I hear what you're saying, Ken. You're disappointed because the lobster and crab. Yeah. However, it didn't disappoint. It actually had pieces of lobster and real crab. Not the surimi, actual real crab on it.
Nice. That's good to hear.
So yeah, it was a good sandwich. A couple sandwiches. And again, I love the packaging because it's a cardboard box that fits exactly the actual sandwich itself. And it is wrapped again around it. So, and it is a bit messy because it is a softer egg than itself. But look at the prices. The classic is only $6, and then it's like $1 more for everything else. So like the highest amount I think is $7. BLT. Oh, yeah, there we go. So sorry, 8. So guacamole is 7.7. There it is.
7.7. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the new item there? Chipotle
lobster.
That's what we got.
$9.
Chipotle lobster. There we go.
Oh yeah. So that's a $10 sandwich, right? With taxes and everything. So for those of you that don't see the menu here, there's the classic, which is basically just the egg and cheese, probably, or some sauce. Yeah. There's the creamy corn, with some. Man, that sounds good with some homemade corn salsa.
Yeah.
The egg club. So that's going to have turkey. No, what does it have there?
No. It's egg club sauce. It's just the egg club sauce. It's creme fraiche and that's what it is. Oh
no, I meant.
I'm sorry. That's
called the egg club. Yeah, I was thought it was going to be like a club sandwich. So, but it's a balsamic onion, which sounds awesome. Swiss cheese, creme fraiche, and the egg club sauce, bacon and cheese, self-explanatory. Ham and cheese, self-explanatory. BLT, self-explanatory. Meat lovers, that has with a sausage patty and bacon.
That's it.
And then guacamole. I like that. I like the name. So there's avocado. Those of you that haven't had avocado and eggs, you are definitely missing out. You got to try that. And then the chipotle lobster, corn, lettuce, creme fraiche. And then there's some sides. You can get some hash browns, some coffee with that, or tea.
Combo, everything else.
Sounds like an awesome place to go.
And
it was. So there's now you ended up getting, obviously you got the lobster.
The chipotle lobster.
And the meat lovers?
And you know what? I have a feeling we actually got the balsamic onion one. So I think the egg club.
Egg club, eh?
And I might have added bacon to that too. I totally forgot. It was really like at least 2-3 months ago. We got this.
I gotta ask you, Jeff. The chipotle lobster. Did you tell them to go easy on the spice?
Yes, we did. Gotcha. Yeah, we did ask them how spicy is it. That's not too spicy, and then we asked, can you just make it a bit less spicy? And they said, of course.
Yeah. Pretty cool place. It's, any place that has, it's called Egg Club. the Santos brothers, we're just going to be like, what's that all about?
Yeah.
So we're going to wonder what that is. I like the presentation, the way it's just sitting in the box. And the eggs look perfectly cooked.
They were.
I mean, everything about it sounds good. Now, this is something, when I'm looking at it, it looks like definitely, it's, how do I say it? It's, you're going to need something extra, like a side of hash browns if you're hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where there's a combo. They have hash browns with a coffee or with tea or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a thing too.
So here's their Instagram profile. A lot of the same things, right? But let's look at this. Oh wow! And so this is basically they're showing some of their locations. Two on Yonge Street, one on Dundas. Are those 3 locations? Any more, Jeff? Because I know you mentioned them before.
I think that's it. Like this is the I forget. I can't see the date, but I think the 3 is it. So the only Yonge Street. I forget where. I think that's more like Yonge and Wellesley, and then the other one in Yonge Street is more North York. Yeah. And the 88 Dundas, so that's the one by Ryerson. I think that's the original location when they first opened.
Gotcha. Yeah. So we'll also include their Instagram profile in the show notes as well. So this is pretty cool. And what we'll actually also do is we're going to pull up Jeff's pictures here from Egg Club. Here he is. You went to, there he is. He's looking at the menu, and the Chipotle lobster is right on display there. There's a picture of Jeff outside for those of you that can't see. And if you want to see them later on, just go to our Instagram, the Santos Brothers Eat Instagram or Facebook, and they'll be up there. So we're going there. And then also there's the menu. Now you can always look at their menu online, but there's a menu outside. And even when you're inside, if you don't know what to order, just kind of like when you're at a McDonald's and you don't know what to order, you just kind of look up and think, what do I want there? Yeah. And all the sandwiches that we mentioned before, from this classic to the bacon and cheese to, obviously the Chipotle lobster, since it's more of a seasonal or more of a rotating item, it's not going to be up on their permanent menu.
Not in the main menu, no.
And so they make it right in front of you, just like they would at like Chipotle or someplace like that, or Subway, or that's pretty neat.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it's very unique. So so there's the so for those of you who can't see, it's a picture of the actual station, and the eggs are being cooked right in front of you. So up in the very left part, they already have the bacon and sausage already pre-cooked. Just they're on top of a warming part, and then so unfortunately I couldn't get I was trying to get the egg cooking. But where the gentleman is on the left, he's the one that's cooking the eggs. It's a huge flat top, and it's unique because it's already a square shape. And he puts the eggs in, so it sort of retains that square shape to begin with.
It's like a mold almost, eh?
Yeah, almost like a mold. So he's rotating it, making sure it's cooked very well. And I'm guessing that the heat, like we mentioned before, low and slow is the way to go for the eggs. So it's not a very high flat top, just like maybe medium, low to medium. And he kept stirring it until it forms. And then the girl on the right, the right side, she's the one that garnishes the finished product there.
The crowded there, Jeff, or no?
When we were there, no, not really.
Not really, eh?
Yeah, it was early. I think they just opened up. Maybe they opened up. But yeah, so you could see. So it's a bag that has the 2 sort of boxes with the egg sandwiches, but they're also actually wrapped before they put into the box itself. Okay. So it contains a bit more.
Very nice.
Very smart packaging. Not a generic white bag or whatnot. It's everything is has been branded. Yeah.
I got to ask you. So they give it to you in a box like that. Can you eat it out of the box? You have to remove it from the box to eat it.
You can eat it from the box. Yeah,
eat it from the box. And as I've said it before, I'm one of those guys that love walk and eat. I love it when you could just.
To be honest, I think this would be very kind of hard to walk and eat, only because at least there's like 2 inches that are up above the box, and the eggs are very runny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, almost walk and eat.
Almost walk and eat.
And so there you go. It looks like there's the Chipotle on the left, right? With the lobster. I guess the non-Chipotle lobster on the left. Yeah. And then this does look like that's the balsamic onion.
Yeah, balsamic, and maybe that's all I got. So.
Yeah, but we got the club. Very good. I I'm going to ask you to give these a rating now, Jeff.
I give them I give them 8 out of 10. Like I said, like we mentioned before, eggs for the Santos brothers are very sacred, and these were cooked to perfection.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think it's just the portioning. It is eggs, so for that price, you would expect a bit more. Maybe not with the lobster, but maybe a bit more eggs just to fill it up more.
How many eggs do you
Um,
think are in a sandwich?
I'd say at least two.
At least two, eh?
At
Okay.
least two. Yeah, it was
Very
a very
good.
full sandwich, but us could have had a bit more.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
have to
know.
try that out. I'm
Yeah.
really gonna have to try that out. So would you rate the lobster higher than the other one? Or you give them both
No,
an
I,
eight?
I give them both the same.
Is that
Um,
right? Okay.
yeah, yeah. To be
That's good to
honest,
know.
I'm sort of a purist with eggs. I don't like much mixed into it. Like huevos rancheros, I'm not a big fan of that. The salsa and the eggs together. Not a big fan. So, but Diana wanted to try it. So yeah, let's try it out. Why not? So, and there's yeah. So there's a picture of me eating
How
it.
how are you with cheese and eggs, Jeff?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah. I love cheese and eggs.
I like cheese and eggs, but only if you cook them or I cook them. When someone else cooks them, it's like they overdo the eggs. Like it's just
Oh,
I don't know. Like especially if I go to you go to those places where they make an omelet in front of you, and I'm like, can
yeah.
you please make it easy? And they're like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
yeah.
we'll make it easy, easy, and it's always overdone. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. I know.
So sometimes I just don't like the cheese and eggs. It's just they got to do it properly, and it's
That's
usually I
it.
got to do it or someone else got to do it because it's just not working out for me. So I'm a little
Makes
picky
sense.
there. So I'm gonna go back to their menu here, and I'm gonna ask you, what would you get next time?
Probably I go carnivore. Maybe the meat lovers.
Meat lover.
Yeah.
Meat lover
Yeah.
sounds good.
It does.
The corn one is actually kind of piquing my interest there. That's what I would
Yeah.
say. And even the guacamole. The
Yeah.
guacamole's piquing
I
my
know you like
interest.
guacamole and you like
Yeah.
avocado. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah. So those are the ones that, but if someone, gave me the bacon one or the ham one or whatever, I'm all
Yeah.
over that,
Yeah.
So sounds like a place that I have definitely got to go to.
Awesome.
And I'm glad that you
Awesome.
went so that you could kind of give your opinion on that. Isn't that
hmm
right, Jeff?
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah. Yeah. Highly recommended. 3 locations. And like Ken said, hopefully there'll be a Scarborough one soon.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, or maybe they should get a food truck. You think
Mm.
is this doable in food truck, Jeff?
Hard to say. It might.
Okay,
Yeah. Hard to say. Hard to say.
hard to say. Let's we do a food truck. I'm just
Mm.
joking around. I don't want to do
Oof.
food. But moving right along. So this is breakfast. This is breakfast too. Well, it's more brunch.
Yeah. Bar
It's
brunch.
called
Yeah.
Maja's Egyptian
hmm
Brunch. And this place, I did not know what I was walking into when I went to this place. Apparently, this place has a huge reputation, supposedly one of the best or the best Egyptian meal places in all of Toronto. It's Maha's Egyptian Brunch. Now,
hmm
they are located kind of like Greenwood and Gerrard area.
Okay.
And this is we're on their website right now. And so when you go there, there is going to be a lineup outside. That's just the way it is. All right.
That's good.
If you guys remember back when we did, this is episode 2, season 32, the 50 essential restaurants in Scarborough. I brought up that street eats because I ended up eating at street eats because the place I wanted to go to was too busy to do takeout or pickup. I don't know
Wow.
yeah. So, and I remember, I went there kind of last minute. This was the place because I ended up going there one time and I thought, I've got to go back. But I'm like, I don't want to wait in line. I'm just going to order for pickup. And I remember I ordered or I called them. I said, hey, can I do an order for pickup? And it was like maybe 12:30. And they said, we're too busy for pickup right now. If you want, try calling back at 2 or something like that. And I thought, well, I'm
Yeah.
not going to be hungry at 2.
No.
So this place closed on Wednesdays. They close and then they close at 4:30. This place is only open until 4:30 each and every day, and they are
Wow.
packed. And there's lines outside. There's the tape outside that shows the distancing. They go
Yeah.
down like all the way down the block. The tape,
Oh.
and like it is
Wow.
very very popular. Apparently, they've won all kinds of rewards for their coffee. Their coffee, I never even had a coffee when I was there.
Okay.
Super good, but I highly recommend this. I wasn't going to talk about this place until I went back, but I've never been able to go back. So
Oh
we're gonna
no.
no, not yet. I almost went today though, but man, long story, long story. So we're going to talk about this just a little bit here for Maha. There's a picture of the sign outside. I guess I
Mhm.
should have, if I, maybe taken a wider picture, you could see how busy it was.
Oh
But
yeah.
so we're going to talk about, first of all, they got these cumin fries. Those are these here.
Hmm.
These fries are like little nuggets of gold.
Wow.
Someone told me to get them. I was like, oh yeah, get the cumin fries. I was like, well, whatever. They're French fries. They are so perfectly done. On the
Wow.
outside, they're crispy, and on the inside, they're nice and soft, and they're perfectly seasoned. They would be awesome with a fried egg on top.
Nice.
And
Yes.
since
I
it
can
is a
see
brunch
that.
place, you could probably get that if I had thought of something like that. Super awesome. I forgot what's on the side here. I think that's just some hummus on the
That's
side. They, of
hummus. Yeah,
course, they
that's
make their
chickpeas on top. That's hummus.
yeah,
Yeah.
they make their own in-house hummus. Super yummy, and I do enjoy going there. I'm actually going to go back to their menu here because I ended up getting what's called the Cairo Classic. The waitress asked me what I wanted, and she said everyone just gets the Cairo Classic.
Why not?
Basically, it is a traditional breakfast that's fava beans in multiple variations. When you walk into this place, you could just, it smells so good. And then
Mm.
there's some tomatoes and onions, and then there's a boiled egg, which isn't my favorite style of egg, but
Oh,
I didn't even
yeah.
look at what was in there. She just said get the Cairo
Yeah.
Classic,
Get the
and I just
classic. All
ordered it.
right. Let's do it.
Yeah, falafel, a dollop of creamy homemade tomato and feta, and some bread. The bread was delicious. I think they probably make the flatbread in house as well.
Oh yeah.
So
Most
everything
likely.
about it was good. Everything about it. But I wanted to get this one here, Jeff. I hope I even say it right. Kebda Eskandarani. Kebda
Okay.
Eskandarani. Listen to this, Jeff. Marinated pan-fried tender beef liver,
Oh.
stacked on a mini pita bread with sauteed green peppers on a side of our homemade um, tahina. So you can have this
Okay.
open faced or on a bowl in a bowl. And I thought, like, because I had already ordered, and I thought,
Yeah.
I wish I had ordered that
Instead.
because
Yeah.
when we went to Tut's and we wanted their chicken liver sandwich, or
Right. Yes.
yeah, and it actually brought me back to that. And I was like, oh man, I wonder if it tastes kind of like that because we never got to eat that.
No, we
So,
didn't.
so I wanted to get that, or I wanted to get just the basic Pharaoh's poor boy, which is basically a shrimp poor boy.
Yeah.
Um, and so, it seems like everything on the menu is just so good. My friend that I went with, her name's Lee. She's vegetarian. She always gets this deep fried cauliflower dish, Arna beet, deep fried cauliflower dusted with aromatic cumin and coriander. It sounds like it would be pretty good, but the thing
Mm.
is that I would just be ordering stuff with meat. So I don't know if I
Yeah.
would ever get like if someone like I suppose if we went together, Jeff, maybe we'd both order something and then maybe split that or
Oh
something. I
yeah,
don't
for
know.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do something like that. And then I was afraid that I was going to get hungry after eating that Cairo Classic. So that's why there's that extra, no, not falafel, but
Hummus.
the hummus on the side. So I ended up
Okay.
getting some hummus on the side there. But it was really yummy. I was really happy that I got that. This lentil soup is really really amazing. I just thought,
Mm.
okay, so what? It's lentil soup. Like who
Yeah.
cares, right? But like I just thought it would be like lentils in it. Like it looks like they used the immersion blender and made it
Yeah.
silky,
And
silky
just
smooth.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Nice.
so if we go back to their, they actually sell it's called Maha's Dreamy Red Lentil Soup,
Yeah, I saw
available
that.
in 1 liter mason jars for $19. I never noticed this before. That stuff, like, man, $19. I bet you they sell a lot of it because a lot
Oh
of
yeah.
people ordered that soup. A lot of people. It is really,
Wow.
really good.
Okay.
The everything it was silky smooth. The flavor was so good. The seasoning was so good. Everything about it. Next time I go, I'm going to have that soup again. So
Nice.
I really, really enjoyed it. Moving right along, there's their falafels. Falafels.
Mm.
I like falafels. Do you like falafels, Jeff, or not really?
They're okay.
Yeah,
If they're there, I'll have them.
yeah.
Not my
Same
go-to
with me.
snack.
Same with me. Same with me. If they're there, cool. If they're not, That's cool too. I don't care.
Hmm.
They were pretty good, but like, if I was some sort of falafel connoisseur, maybe they would probably rate higher. And
Right.
then this is the Cairo classic here.
I
So there's
see.
one
Okay.
falafel there. You get that, Jeff?
The
Or
hard-boiled egg. No, I'm good.
no? Yeah. So
Sorry.
there's the beans. These beans, super awesome. When I
Okay.
said fava beans, of course I thought of Silence of the Lambs.
Hmm.
And then luckily came with this flatbread that I was able to dip it into the hummus, right?
Yep.
So this was very, very good. I can't give it a 10 because I'm not going to give hard-boiled eggs a 10. I might not even give it
No.
a 9. I could give those fries a 9 because they were really, really good.
Nice.
But even this left me very, very satisfied and very,
Okay.
very full.
Yeah, it looks very filling.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is very, very filling. Next time I go, I'm going to get that liver sandwich or the
Oh,
poor boy. And but I definitely got to go back. When you walk into this place, it just smells wonderful. I did not know what that. I just thought, oh, we're just going to some place, like, who cares,
right.
And I was very pleasantly surprised. So if you want to eat at this place, just be prepared. You either got to wait or call ahead or something. Maybe
Okay.
go earlier in the morning. They open it up at 8:30, so they open up for lunch,
Oh,
but you can't go them. You can't go to them for
yeah.
dinner. They close at 4:30. Or
Right.
maybe they close at 5. The kitchen closes at 4:30, something like
Okay.
that.
Actually,
Yeah.
can you go back to the menu? I saw something that said sunny side something. I went, oh, what's that?
Oh, probably. So
Yeah.
there's scrambles, 3 egg scrambles.
Above this page. I remember I saw it.
Oh, maybe it's
So
below. Oh, wait.
no,
Yeah,
I
this
just
is.
saw it. There it is. Sunny. Oh, sunny eggs and food. Okay.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, sunny eggs and foulet,
So what
maybe.
is foul? Foule. So we're gonna find out what
Man, that
foule
sounds
is.
really good, though, eh? As you
Yeah.
scoop it up with a charred baladi bread, 2 eggs on a bed of fava beans prepared to your toast.
Oh,
Man.
so I guess fool is what you had then,
Oh, maybe
because this
that's
is
that
fava
bean
beans.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, could be that. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe we should have looked that up before we started the cast. That's
That's
funny.
all right.
Yeah. So yeah, sunny eggs and I can imagine someone who's Egyptian just saying, "You're saying it wrong. It's not
That's
fool.
it.
It's foulée, or I don't
It's
even know
foule
what."
or
Yeah,
something.
or who knows what it's called. So
It's a silent F. What?
it's not even. Yeah, we're not even saying it
No,
correctly.
that's right.
But yeah, when I go though, man, maybe I get that because the whole thought of having sunny side up eggs, that along with those beans, and then I have those what do you call it? Those cumin fries
Oh yeah, cumin
right
fries.
here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those cumin fries, those hit me like they totally caught me off guard with how good they were. So amazing, so amazing.
Wow.
So it's one of those places that feels like whatever I order on the menu, I'm just gonna like it.
Yeah.
That's how I
Oh, for
feel.
sure.
Yeah.
If and we apologize to the Egyptian community if we're saying it wrong, and yeah,
Oh, but
that's
this
it.
place, yeah. I'm sure if you're part of the Egyptian community, you probably know all about this for like a long time now.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. It's
yeah,
not a secret to you.
family owned. I met the owner. The owner is, I think his name is Mark. Mark, he's the barista. He just inherited the place from his mother. His mother is
Ah,
still alive. The sister, I think all three of them officially own it, but then it's already been kind of passed down to brother and sister. I think that's how it's working out. But definitely an awesome place to go.
okay.
And I highly, highly recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then our third place is kind of like, what is it, Jeff? It's more of
So
a,
so we're talking about Heirloom Toronto. So the history of Heirloom Toronto for us is that it used to be a food truck, if I'm correct.
Mhm.
I even think that it used to be part of a teaching establishment or something like that. Because I could be wrong. Anyway, they started as a food truck, and we always say that if you want to make something, make one thing or several things, make them great. But they've actually make everything great. They have like fried chicken sandwiches, and then they have cheesecake on a stick, and then they have these savory and sweet cones, waffle cones. So
It's
yeah,
them. Yeah, it's them. Yeah.
this is them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, best
actually,
dessert. Yeah.
yeah, they have yeah, you mentioned food trucks. Actually, wow, they do a lot of good stuff.
Oh
Great
yeah.
name. Great name. There's their cheesecake on a stick there.
Hmm.
So we're on their website there, www.heirloomtoronto.com. So they got food trucks that are going all over the place, but you ended up going and seeing them at the distillery district, right, Jeff?
Yes. So the Distillery District in Toronto, for those who don't know, hence the name, it used to be where they would distill alcohols and spirits. It's a very, very classic place. It's a heritage place, so they can't really tear down buildings. It's been used on many, many movie sets like Tommy Boy, and I believe, I think X-Men was one of them as well. But at Christmas time, they deck it out to be like a Victorian Christmas, huge Christmas tree. They have little small stands that sell gifts for gift ideas, but also food, like traditional food. Like there was stands that sell pretzels. One had a raclette stand. So raclette, as you remember, is a melted cheese, and they had raclette over potatoes, pickles, and something else. And, like a corned beef sort of thing. But we went to Heirloom because they were doing sweet and savory waffle cones. I'm not too sure if they made the waffle cones themselves. It's very easy to do. I used to do that at Wonderland all the time. But they could have, or they just have them, brought in just to save a step. But the weird part was this: they didn't have like savory cones like that place that did the chickpea cones. Is that what they did? They used the same waffle cone for both their savory and sweet dishes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to go to the menu, or the picture of the menu that we did.
Okay. Great. That's over here. So we gotta go to this menu.
Yeah. Well, let's just go here. That menu there.
There you go.
So they had sweet and savory filled waffle cones, and their specialty was fried chicken and a waffle cone as a savory. They had the OG, basically the fried chicken, and the same fried chicken for all dishes. The Santos hot, which has a bit of spice to it, and the General Tao, and that's the one we got. And nice. I must say the General Tao was really good.
The chicken, the tenders, like what were they like? Yeah,
it was chicken tenders, like I think chicken breast.
Okay,
just to make sure it was nice and moist.
So definitely not nuggets though, right?
No. Okay, it was actual chicken.
Okay,
chicken was like marinated chicken, like brined almost, cut into pieces. Like Ken said, they're not nuggets; they're actual pieces of chicken, and they were deep fried. They kept moist and crisp, and the sauce on this was like a sweet and spicy sauce. And
it's General Tao, right?
Yeah. So exactly right.
Okay.
So, it was good. We asked for no cilantro. Diane's not a big fan of cilantro. And then it had, it was a good cone. It was sort of weird. Like I said before, they used the same cone. So when you had a piece of chicken and bite into the cone was also sweet. So it would offset the chicken just a bit. But that was a good cone. And then for dessert, we had their cheesecake donuts in a cone. Basically, the cheesecake donuts, they have award-winning cheesecake. They actually took their cheesecake, cut into small cubes, battered it, and deep fried it.
Wow. So
that is their cheesecake donuts.
Wow.
And they had, so that their offering is the gingerbread cookie butter, Nutella Christmas sprinkle, and strawberries and cream.
Wow.
Strawberries and cream, self-explanatory. Nutella Christmas sprinkle. Basically, it's Nutella. So what they actually do, they'll take the waffle cone, and then they'll spread on the inside either the Nutella or whatever, and then put in the deep fried cheesecake donuts or deep fried cheesecake, and then on top they'll put the whipped cream or more of the sauce that was on it. And I must say, the gingerbread cone cookie butter was one of the best things I've ever had.
Wow.
The flavor of the hot cheesecake, deep fried, and the way they put the sauce on the cone itself is ingenious. It was delicious.
Where did we have that deep fried cheesecake before? Where was that?
Wasn't that at Street Eats?
It was at Street Eats. Yeah. It just sounds so awesome. Was this place crowded? Was there a lineup here?
So, yes and no. So it's funny. Distillery is a very, very busy place. So when you go on the weekends, they sell tickets, but if you go before 4:00, you get them for free.
Okay.
So so after 4, you have to get tickets. I think they're trying for spacing issues and whatnot. Even before the pandemic, it was always a very busy place. And it's
Yeah.
one of those places where you really can't expand out anymore just because we're downtown Toronto. So what the location is, what the space is, that's all I could fit in. Um, so yeah, so it was busy when we first got there, but then once 4 o'clock hit and people were started coming in, I guess people that were there before 4, they just got the lights and they left because shortly after 4, it wasn't that busy at all. It's a funny sort of thing that happened. So
Interesting. Because I can imagine like an offering that they're having here with awesome chicken cones and just the whole thought of deep fried cheesecake inside of a cone. I can imagine this place being packed. Was
oh
this
yeah,
but this was not was this a stall or how like
yeah,
how
it
did
was
it
a stall. It was just a very
okay.
small stall. Yeah,
Very good.
that's what it was.
Very, very good. Okay, so let's rate the General Tso cone.
I give it maybe a 7. Yeah.
Okay.
Even though it was a nice crispy chicken, to me, I think that the sauce needed a bit more flavor to it itself.
Did it lack salt?
No, not at all.
Not salt, eh?
Not at
Okay.
all. It's
Just
the
other
sauce
flavor.
itself needed
Okay.
something else.
And then
Yeah.
the dessert cone that you had?
I'm giving it a 9. It was just
Wow.
that good. Yeah.
It
was
sounds really good.
It
Wow.
was, yeah. It was a sort of a cool day to begin with. So just to have the warm cheesecake, and then that cookie butter, whatever that is, it's almost like a caramel sauce. It was like almost like a sweet, like a salty caramel sauce almost.
So the gingerbread cookie butter is like a sauce that there was kind of drizzle on top. Is that how it worked?
In the cone and on
in
top.
the cone and on
Yeah.
top. Now I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
They were very generous with this sauce. It was really good.
That sounds so good. Heirloom Toronto. Now, do you know if they offer these outside of this Christmas market?
To be honest, I'm not too sure. They do have a brick and mortar location in Etobicoke on Horner. I know they sell their fried chicken, they sell cheesecake. So I'm not too sure if they only sell these at various events like this, or maybe at their food truck.
Yeah, it's hard to do everything they do every time, right? Because they
Exactly
gotta,
right.
man. But this is perfect for a food truck. And again, I'm gonna say this is a definite walk and eat, right?
Oh yeah, this is definite walk and eat.
Nice.
This is definitely walk and eat.
Nice.
Yeah.
But they gave you forks, yeah?
Yeah, there's forks available. A lot of napkins were needed.
Very good.
But yeah, so basically, like it's one of those things where the actual receptacle, you can eat that as well.
I love
So
that.
the only thing you have to throw out is the fork, the napkin. That was it.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, definitely throw away the fork and napkin. So, yeah, definitely good. They actually, I'm seeing a little sign there. They offer some hot apple cider if you want some of that.
That's it. They also have. No, they can't see it on the picture. They also offer just ordinary cheesecake donuts by itself. Little platter.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there they are together there.
That's it.
That's how it's offered. Hey, it's leaving a little gingerbread.
Yeah, a little gingerbread man. Little touch to that. A little bit of cream as well. A little crumble. Yeah. And then there's Diana and myself just outside the booth.
Very cool. Yeah. Again, this is in the distillery district. So if you want to get that, Jeff, he said it's one of the best things he's had this year. So, man, sounds like something that I definitely want to try. So this week, Emily, it was a pretty full week that we had to talk about. Yeah. Talked about egg. I was going to say egg slut. That's a different one. Egg slut is like egg club with their awesome egg sandwiches. Maja's Egyptian brunch, which I love. I'm definitely have to find my way back there. And now I want to try Heirloom's awesome chicken and waffle cones, basically, or fried cheesecake in a cone. Like, how can you go wrong? That should be at the X. Like, that should be.
Oh, it should be.
That should be one of those featured things there.
Absolutely.
For sure. So we had a great week, and we invite you. If you're getting value from our recommendations, or you're just getting entertained with us talking about how much we love the food that we're talking about, then we invite you to do something super easy. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Super easy way, simple way for you to support our podcast. Do so for free. Also, leave us a review wherever you happen to be checking this out. Isn't that right, Jeff?
That is right. And also, if you have any recommendations for us to try, please add them in the comments as well. And then remember this quote from Julia Child: "People who love to eat are always the best people.
Yes, and that of course includes my brother, Chef Jeff Santos, and I'm his brother, Kenny Santos, and you as well, if you love to eat food worth mentioning. All right, thanks a lot, everybody.
All right, take care.
You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
Food worth mentioning.